guys, I told you I was gonna be coming back and we have started with a patch. I'm sorry if you can hear loads of noises outside. It's a Sunday and people have gone out to play. Well, kids have gone out to play because I'm really close to like a little park for kids. But yeah, I'm basically back and we're starting with a gig. I realized I haven't done a favorites video in like forever. I think my last favorites video was like last November, if I'm right. I didn't even do like my yearly favorites, which I'm dying to watch yearly favorites from like other people here on YouTube. So I decided I would do my recent favorites. They're not specifically from the month of May, but I've been loving them the past 2 to 3 months. I'm gonna start the way I do start my makeup. So let's start from the base. I want to really talk about the Maybelline Dream Satin Liquid Foundation. They just reformulated and repackaged the foundation. I'm pretty sure I read that they reformulated as well. And this foundation is like skin. It's like your actual skin. It just flattens everything. Flattens, I mean, like it takes the redness away and the bumps and the texture. I don't want to talk so much about texture because I don't have too much, but like little bumps that I have on my face, I don't see them that much just because it's like a satin finish. It's not a matte that is going to like sink into all like the little lines and bumps that you have on your face. And of course it's not dewy, that is like super like sheeny and it kind of like exaggerates texture in your face. It's in between, and I feel like the in between type of formula is the best for people who have texture. It's medium to full, I would say. You can make it full by like layering it up. I'm forgetting my words because I haven't filmed in so long, but yeah, you can layer it up and make it up to full coverage. I usually wear it as a medium coverage, which I'm wearing it right now. But you guys know I don't really have like a big problem with my skin. I just have a little bit of redness on my cheeks, which I actually use blush as well, so I don't really care. It kind of like goes together with my blush, and I really do recommend it. It's a Drugstore foundation. It's on the cheaper side. I think it was about €8 if I'm right, and I've done a full review and wear test on it where I'm doing super close-ups onto my skin, and you can literally see the itty-gritty onto my skin, all my bumps, all my texture, everything. You can see a full, real, raw close-up of how this foundation sits on my skin. I will have it linked down below, and I might put like a card up here if you're interested to watch this review. You're gonna be amazed on how this foundation looks close-up. I promise you, you're not going to regret it. On the other hand, if you're like extremely oily, you might want to use this with like a different primer, like maybe a primer that keeps your oils at bay, and maybe just a mattifying powder, can't speak, and maybe just a mattifying powder on top, just to like keep the oils at bay, you know, and then just setting spray. I think you're good to go. That is my #1 favorite of the past 2 months. Next up, again a base product. This one you've seen me use it a ton. It's almost an empty at this point. That's how much I have used it. This is the Catrice Liquid Camouflage High Coverage Concealer. I got introduced to it by Tati, Glam Life Guru, here on YouTube. She's a really big channel and she's so flipping amazing. I recommend you actually watch her. So I did buy this because of her, and I'm gonna give you the biggest pros and one con that I have found. This one is in the shade, if I can find it, oh my god, hold up. I do have the shade 010, which I believe is the second shade in a row. I think they have 05, 010, 020 if I'm right. I think they have just 3 shades, or that many I have seen in the retailer that's close to me, like the Drugstore. The thing with this is that it's not full coverage. Like right now you can see the darkness like on my circles, but I do have very intense dark circles, so I don't really like concealers with like super huge coverage. I do like a little bit of darkness underneath my eyes. I know it sounds weird to a lot of you, but I think a little bit of darkness, like as much as I have right now underneath the eyes, it kind of gives like depth to the eye. I don't know, it just gives it shape and depth for me. So if you prefer something more full coverage, you can either like layer it up or go towards like a ColourPop no filter or a Tarte Shade Tape. I have a very olive skin tone. I'm more of like I'm warm toned, but I'm towards the yellow warm tones, and I'm also fair. I'm not like tanned or anything. Like right now would probably be the second palest shade on any foundation range. I can't speak today. This one goes a little bit gray underneath my eyes, and that's why it kind of accentuates a little bit my dark circles. And I have found this to be the case with a lot of, please don't come in, please don't come in, please don't come in. There was a huge wasp right outside the window. He wanted to come in, but he left at the last second. I shouldn't be wearing that much perfume while I'm filming. I need to remember that. Make a note. What I want to say again about this is that for people with olive skin tone, it's really hard to find concealers that don't turn gray underneath the eyes. Only thing I can get away with is yellow undertones, but then again, if you're really fair, putting too much of a yellow undertone underneath your eyes can turn to look really, really yellow. Get what I mean. So that turns a little bit gray underneath my eyes. I don't know if you can see that, but I don't really care that much because with my Coty Airspun on top, it like everything just looks smooth as a baby's butt. I am wearing both of these on my face right now, and all of my favorites that I'm gonna show you I do wear on my face, just so you know. Next up that I do love, and I actually said that I'm wearing all my favorites on my face except this one. This is the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. And I mean, this is a neutral lover's dream. If you're a professional or if you're just doing your makeup for every day, I think this palette suits literally everybody, every skin tone, every age, every like type of person, whether you're more into the neutrals or more into like the darks and you like smoky eyes. I think it serves so many different people. The quality in this, I have found the eyeshadows really blend in themselves. I'm lying actually. I'm wearing this shade right here on my crease, and I'm wearing this shade right here, the very first one, on my inner corners. And you can see like this is one slight dip, and I just buffed it into my inner corners, and you can see how literally blinding it is. And also like my crease, I just did a little dip of my brush and I just slapped it on. I didn't want anything like too much today. I just wanted to look more on the like natural side, both on the lips and the eyes. I think it was about 40 euros when I bought it, but again, 40 euros for all these colors, you literally don't need any other palette, let's be honest. Huge recommendation for that eyeshadow palette. It is mind-blowing. Next up is the next thing that I'm wearing on my eyes, and I know it's an oldie, but it's a very, very, very goodie. And this is the Wet n Wild Megaglo Highlighting Powder in Precious Petals. Now this, I have never worn on my face. It is too dark for me. Like if you see it like this, when it's like reflecting the light, it has a very, I just dinged it as well, has a very light champagne gold shade, which I could get away with, but like when you turn it like this pinky shade that is like the base shade of the highlighter would totally like, you would be able to see it onto my cheeks. Like I would probably get away with wearing this maybe as a blush topper. I am wearing it on my eyelids, and you can see the dent that I have made in it. Like the flower, you can almost not see. That's how much I've used it. I dip my finger, I put it on my eyelids, and look how reflective and wet they look. I've seen a lot of people rave about how wet this highlighter looks, and you can see it right here. It just looks like I've spilled water or oil on my hand right here, but on the eyes, it just gives this beautiful dimension. It makes your eyelids look wet and shiny, and it gives that sheen and that health and that glow on your eyelids that I love. Like, look at it right now. I'm not even wearing match, and you can see like how my eyelids are glowing. It just gives a very healthy look to the eyelids. That's what I really love about it, and I can't stop using it for that reason. Usually on days where I would go for like a no makeup day, I will chuck my bronzer onto my crease, like kind of like I've done right now with the Jaclyn Hill palette, but like with my bronzer, I would chuck it on my crease, chuck this onto my eyelid, and call it a day. It is mind-blowingly beautiful. If you do have, I just think it again. If you do have this highlighter and it's too warm and too like deep for your skin tone, please try it on your eyelids. You're not going to regret it. It is absolutely stunning. Right, last but not least, I have been wanting to talk about it. I think I've talked about it on my, I think it was on my vlog that I went to Greece, where I wore it with literally a bare face and just this on my lips. This is the new Essence Smoothie gloss, and this is in the shade Sweet Peach. Like, I'm squeezing it, that's how much I've used it. It's It's more of like a peachy corally shade, and look how glossy and reflective it is. Now I just ate right before I filmed this video because I'm an idiot, and it took half of it off of my lips. So I just quickly reapplied it, and you see all that sheen it gives you. Look how beautiful it looks right here. Obviously it's a sheer gloss, but it does have a little bit like of a color. I tried the lemon flavor of the exact same line and I didn't like it. I found it very thick and it kind of like separated on my lips, and I could see the yellow lines, that like the yellow color, that was not for me. But this peachy shade is so gorgeous. It gives you the best, most natural, healthy, juicy lips in the entire world. It is my favorite gloss. Like, you saw me trying to squeeze product out. That's literally how much I have used it in the past 2 months. Essence came out with a huge new collection, I think 2 months ago, so I did a full review on their collection, and there's some items that I couldn't get back then but I have them now, so there's a part 2, wink wink, coming for that one. And yeah, I will leave it up there because I did do a close-up of this gloss, and you're gonna be mind blown on how reflective and beautiful this is. And I literally cannot stop wearing it. I'm definitely gonna repurchase. It's almost an empty at this point. Like, these 2 items are almost an empty at this point. That's how much I've used them the past 2 months. And I do love them to the core of my body. Everything else that I'm wearing on my face will be, of course, linked down below. You guys know me. That is everything for my recent favorites, not just May favorites. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm back to stay. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you will check them out because they're really worth checking them out. You guys know I never lie to you, and I would never push you to buy a product that I think it's like 50-50, but these products have been my holy grail for at least 2 months now, most of them. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on my next video. Bye bye.